Hey, what's going on? This is Sean from Major Leads. And today in this video, I want to show you an actual highly converting page and break down exactly what you need to do on your landing pages, whether you're doing e-commerce and you're getting sales or you're doing lead gen. What we're gonna cover is how to write a really good headline and how to structure your sales argument, whether, like I said, whether it's for lead gen or for sales to get conversions. So you're going to probably look at this page and think, my God, this is an ugly page. Okay. Like, look at this. This is not a great picture. There's nothing, there's no fancy graphics or anything. And that is exactly the point. I have seen every day when I manage tens of thousands of dollars of ad spend every day, these beautiful, gorgeously designed pages that don't convert. Why don't they convert? Because they're just too distracting. Things are hard to read, they're hard to see, and they don't show up on mobile particularly well. And what you want to remember with any landing page, you always want to focus more on the offer and what is being said on the landing page than design. Design can really hurt you if you have like crazy looking, like what they call discordant colors. So you have like, some pink with yellow or something like that. It's gonna really hurt your chances to convert people. So I know my audience with this arcade niche really, really well, and I know the biggest thing they care about is tons of games that they love playing when they were a kid. That's like that's the whole ball game. Okay, so when we go here, here's basically the main headline. It's like relive all your favorite gaming memories with your friends and family with the only 23,000 video game console with an authentic arcade feel that fits on your lap. So here, let me break this headline down for you. The thing they want to do is they want to play a lot of games that they played as a kid or as a young adult. But what we did in this headline, which I think can be exceptionally powerful and very effective, is we put a USB in there. Or a USP, unique selling proposition. So this power console is the only power. It's the only model that has this many games with real joysticks. It has a lot of other features and benefits, but this is the biggest thing. Now there's other products out there that have more games. There's other products that have joysticks, but there's no product that has both. And that's what really makes this thing different. Now, what I like to do if we're doing an ecom product, I always love to have like kind of a feeler video. And I'm gonna play a little bit, but I'm not gonna, I'm gonna narrate what's going on here. So that's me, and I'm, in front of a TV with the power console, but I don't really feature right in the beginning. Okay. What I'm doing is explaining like what I'm hitting their pain points and explaining to them like why this thing is going to be so much different than what they're used to. And in the video, which I covered a little bit yesterday, in the last video, is basically, you know, I love to demonstrate what my product or service can do. Okay. In fact, this video right here, if you were to hire me for consulting, I'm actually showing you what I could do. You see, so the demonstrations are really, really powerful. Now, what I like to do with my lead is this is a Gary Halbert technique that I think is super effective. One of the greatest copywriters of all time. If you've always loved playing real arcade and gaming console titles like Galaga, Donkey Kong, Street Fighter 2, Mortal Kombat, Joust, Defender, and Robotron, this will be the most exciting thing you read. If you do that, if you do an if-then statement, you have to tell them why. And if you tell them why, you give them a good reason, they'll keep reading. And this is what I do is I say, here's why. Over the past year and a half, we've been busting our behinds to handcraft the world's only gaming console with a combination of 23,000 games in a real arcade field. Just restating what was in the headline. But the key thing is you're telling them how much time and effort you put in. It builds the perceived value of the product. Okay. And then it's just talking about the features and benefits. It's plug and play. You could play it in any TV. You could play, all these different styles of games, 4-player games, shooting games, racing games, the whole bit. And then what you do is you kind of put the image in their mind. And this is why demonstrations are great, because you can augment the demonstrations with your copy. Is you put picture this for a second. You push the big red power button on this insanely powerful gaming console, and all your favorite games are waiting for you to play. So they can picture what this thing's going to be like. And the feedback we've gotten on this product has been exactly that. So and then you just do the introduction. That's why we're proud to introduce the and actually we got really specific with the number of games for only 775. And there's a testimonial. Now, what we did for testimonials, if you have a new product or service, something I would highly, highly suggest that you do is have people test it out. Have your friends, family test it out. Um, Ideally, you would have people, just colleagues, associates, maybe you're not super close with. What you always want to do is get feedback because it helps us figure out like what adjustments to make. And my friend Josh was the first to try this out, and what he told us is, of course, we put the best stuff on there. But what he did tell us is like, hey, just make sure you have really good guides for programming controllers. And sometimes, like if you plug it into a TV, you know, there's if it looks like it's in slow motion, it's just a refresh rate adjustment you make on the computer, and it's good to go. So here's everything you get. So we transition to here's the bullet points with all the features and benefits. You really want to just focus on the benefits. People, as it's said often, is they buy the vacation, not the plane ride. So they just want to know that the games are preloaded. They don't have to worry about downloading stuff. They get the best feel for their joysticks and all this stuff right here. This one I included. It's just like they don't know what RetroArch does, but see how I say it? This makes mapping joysticks, controllers, like guns and racing wheels super simple because they want to play that stuff, right? This for American customers is huge. Handmade right here in the USA. Takes less than 7 days to ship. Now, the thing I know about my customers, and this is really important, whether, like I said, whether you're doing lead gen or you're doing, direct to sale, you always want to get to the thing they want to see, and in this case, they want to see the game. So what we did is my wife and her dad figured out how to live stream out of this console. It's because it's a computer. It's pretty easy to do. Um, and we just did a bunch of their favorite games. And this is really good because if you do this, if you use this technique here, this is objection handling without it being so obvious. They're in their heads like, do they have these games? Do they have this particular game? This is why we have like we have like a games list that they could look at, right? But what we do is sometimes people just don't believe you unless they see it. And that is why like this game right here, this video right here, I'm gonna put it on mute, but we played Robotron and Joust. They're like the two most requested games we get. And so we made sure that they were on there, and we made sure that they could see this, because what we were trying to avoid is like saying, oh, it's not on there. Sometimes it still happens, but you just want to this is overcoming objections, because as you get down here, this is the pitch, and we put together the most comprehensive games list you ever seen. All you need to do is click this link. You click this, a spreadsheet opens up. It's really well. My wife did a great job organizing it. And then, plus you could play now and pay later. They can buy a firm, make installment payments, which a lot of them do. Don't wait. And then this is the thing. Don't wait long to snag your very own power console. Okay, let's talk about this real quick. This is a scarcity play, but there's a real scarcity play here. Because in this particular case, it's handmade, there are only a finite number at a given time that they can buy. Okay, this isn't mass produced. This is like handmade. If you let's just say you're like a copywriter, or you offer you're a web designer, you could use a scarcity play saying something to the effect, if it's true, obviously you want to be truthful in everything you do. You could say something to the effect of, now I don't wait long to sign up because I only have a finite number of clients that I can take on at a given time, and I have a 6-month waiting list, if that's the case, right? So this is why I believe this structure works well. It works on cold traffic. People who have never interacted with this business before come on and they buy these products. And so that is why at this point, just so act today, we will get your power console built pronto. Plus, you'll get free shipping. And I'm going to go into detail on this. You'll get free shipping and a 6-month money back guarantee and discounts on accessories like gaming pads and racing wheels. Okay, here is the big thing about this. This is about the offer. So we know the offer is what you've gathered, I'm sure, is they get this gaming console. Here's the price. Here's the number of games. If you want to make your offer immediately really attractive, risk reversal is the best thing you can do, in my opinion. Here's why. What all human beings, including your narrator right here, wants, which is a little unrealistic, but it's just the way things are, is we want certainty. Okay, like excuse me, we want to know that we get a sure thing. There's no such thing as a sure thing in life, but what we can do is we could say, okay, guys, we know there's a chance you may not like this, or some crazy weird thing happens where it doesn't work. Okay. This is why you give them a money back guarantee. And I'm going to tell you, I know you'll hear some people say, oh, that's just beneath me. It's not beneath you, because if your product is really good or your service is really good and it delivers what it says it's going to deliver, you don't have to worry about it. So, give you a case in point. The Pandoras that we were reselling had about a 4.78 refund rate. It's not bad. Average retail refund rates are about 10%. It's really good. This thing right here, it's zero. No refunds. The only inquiries we've had from customers are just like, "Hey, how does this work?" Or "I have this slow motion thing," and then it's just we tell them what to do, or we send them the video that corresponds with how to fix it. It's done. No complaints. Offer a money back guarantee, and the longer you offer it for, the better response rates you're going to get. And ironically, the lower your refunds rates are, because a lot of times people just forget. If they've had something for a year, maybe they just decide, I don't want it anymore. They just forget. So I hope this helps you. This is the real anatomy of a great converting page. Whether you're doing lead gen, whether you're doing direct to sell, like I said, this format works. And the thing I want to really end with here, don't get wound up with design. Make sure it's just clean, easy to read, shows up on mobile, obviously, but don't get hung up on pretty designs. The plainer and the easier to read it is, the better it's going to convert. I see this across the board with the other accounts I work with. When they have a clean landing page, the conversion rates like almost double, sometimes triple, depending on the situation. So do me a favor, if you're on YouTube, just drop a like and a comment. It really, really helps me. I'm just trying to grow this channel. I really want to give this stuff away for free. And if you're on LinkedIn, please do the same. And if you have questions, please feel free to contact me. I'm happy to. I love chatting about this stuff, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.